So my name's Matt Huckle. I'm a features writer for Men's Fitness magazine. I used fresh fitness foods when I was doing a 12-week transformation plan as a feature for the magazine. So at the start of the 12 weeks, my kind of goals were to fix a lot of mobility issues I'd picked up over the years. So I basically really jammed up my shoulders and my hips were as tight as anything. So I wanted to be able to train to fix these things, and to do that I had to be able to train at quite a high capacity. So I wanted to be able to fuel myself properly as well. So my exercise routine every week was kind of quite similar. We'd have 4 sessions a week. On the Monday and Tuesday, that would be an upper body and a lower body strength sessions. On the Thursday, we'd have a full body high intensity session. And on the Saturday, there'd be a modified strongman session, which was largely there to kind of increase my work capacity for the other sessions of the week. So my diet changed quite a lot actually when I started the transformation. I used to kind of feel a bit on sort of sugary foods, quite a lot of snacks. I never kind of had breakfast, which, as I know, is a really bad thing. So the biggest thing that changed was sort of the regularity and the kind of and the sort of the schedule of the foods, and the fact that I knew that I'd get up, always have breakfast, I'd always have a snack at 11 o'clock, always have lunch at 12. So that was quite a big thing for me in terms of just the schedule of how I ate. A typical day of food for me was 6 meals, and then between those 6 meals there'd be snacks, kind of like seeds and things like that. So I was always picking at something, always making sure my metabolism was going. In terms of actually what I ate, sort of typical isn't necessarily the right word, because there's quite a lot of variety actually. There'd be other things like chicken, salmon, beef that you'd maybe expect in a muscle building menu, but then also there's things like swordfish, there was venison, there was peanut butter cheesecake, all these things that actually kind of had quite a lot of variety. So in terms of the structure, it was always the same, but what I was eating every day mixed up quite a lot actually. But the biggest thing that surprised me is actually how good it tasted. I know that sounds really, really cheesy, but I was kind of expecting it to be maybe fuel. You know, I kind of just eat it and it would do the job, but I wouldn't actually sort of ever look forward to it. But there were certain meals that I kind of really started to enjoy and really actually sort of appreciate the taste of it. And I kind of saw it was a lot more than just a sort of a means to an end, if you like. So having all the food prepped for me made an enormous difference to the challenge. For a start, all the training was quite alien to me, the intensity was alien to me, so there was quite a lot of stress there in making sure that happened. On top of that, I'm kind of a bit lazy with my food prep. I'll kind of hold my hands up to that one. So to have that whole chunk of it taken care of for me, so I didn't have to think about that, allowed me kind of to direct my energy and my worries into sort of actually getting the training done, the stuff that I had direct control over. So it was a real godsend actually, and it kind of it took it from being like almost an impossible sort of hill to climb to actually just being a tough challenge, but I could definitely do it. In terms of a favourite recipe, I think a lot of people quite like the peanut butter and jelly cheesecake, but if we're looking for a savoury dish, which maybe is a bit more of a sensible answer, there was the lean turkey bolognese, which was a really nice way to end the day with, and not just because it had a bit of spaghetti in it, so it kind of felt like you were eating some nice carbs, but also because it just it had a lot of flavour to it. Again, you hear sort of lean turkey and you think maybe, oh, is it going to be very sensible? But no, it was really delicious. A lot of the dinners actually were really good. Throughout the entirety of the transformation, I was fantasising about drinking cans of Coke, I was thinking about eating burgers and all that. And then as soon as I finished, I had this sort of brilliant kind of, yeah, I can do what I want. And then I found actually I didn't really want to do it anymore. And the idea of kind of pigging out and being an absolute sort of, you know, fiend for sugar kind of lacked its appeal. And I actually found out I've kind of kept up a lot of the good habits diet-wise. The biggest one being I've been having breakfast every single day, which I always used to skip. So although I used to think I really wanted to have all the bad food, somehow it seems to have stuck with me, and I've seemed to kind of kept eating quite clean actually. Maybe not quite as clean, but still pretty clean.